It's the 91st National Bank Stanley Park Open here in Vancouver. And coming up, we've got the men's open singles final featuring the number one seed, Henry Wren, who is the defending champion, having won here last year in the final. And he's playing the number two seed, Luka Vukovic, a former junior national champion and top collegiate player. This promises to be a very close and exciting match. So for it's Luka Vukovic, second seed in the tournament, former junior Davis Cup team member and former junior national champion. Finished a successful four-year collegiate career at Indiana University, and because of COVID, he gets an extra year of eligibility and is going to go to the University of Portland this September. He will actually start his MBA program, graduate studies, yet he has another full year of eligibility to play university tennis. So there are silver linings in COVID. Henry Wren, last year's champion. He's just come off a year of good collegiate tennis at Dartmouth University in the Ivy League, where he's had a winning record, both singles and doubles. Really burst on the scene last year when he started winning all the BC Open men's tournaments and came in with good momentum to Stanley Park, winning the championship at 18, now at 19. A year of college tennis under his belt, just that much stronger. Recently saw him win the Burnaby Open Men's Championship a couple of weeks ago. So both players in good form. They've met once before recently. That was last year at the Burnaby Open, where Vukovic won 6-2, 6-1. I don't think either player is going to win by that score this week. I think this is going to be very close and competitive. Here's a shot of some of the fans out here and supporters. Good crowd on hand. Probably perfect conditions right now for tennis. Sun with slight overcast and no wind and about 23 degrees. Pretty much ideal. There you can see Henry Wren is wearing his Dartmouth team shirt. He started the year playing about number 2 for the team, settled at number 3, so playing a key position and looking forward to his sophomore year coming up in September. Both these players taking full advantage of the opportunity to have full scholarships in the NCAA tennis system and play all those very important competitive matches where your game really starts to develop. And our umpire, this is Jesse Kim, who is our umpire for this match. Players just going through their final preparations. And it will be Vukovic who will be opening with his serve.
First set, Luka Vukovic to serve. Ready, play.
That's a play that we've seen many times from
Love
Ren.
15.
Deep, powerful ground strokes, and he will look to be aggressive on his forehand side on any short balls. Vukovic
15
is
on.
smart player, mixes up pace, spin, placements. He can drive the ball when he wants to, but he will also softball or use angles, try to find ways to get his player off balance.
네, first service. Thirty 15.
Well placed wide serve. Now Vukovic will mix up his serve from flat, powerful first serves to slice and kicks. There's an example where he came in with the heater.
40 15.
Like a really good pitcher in baseball.
Thank
Lots
you.
of options on the serve.
Game.
Excellent first service game from Vukovic.
First game.
High percentage of first serves in. Good placement. Vukovic did play in this tournament last year when Henry Ren won it. He lost in the quarterfinals and was suffering from a bit of a foot injury at the time, which hampered his ability to compete. Appears to be in good health this year for the event.
Henry Len to serve. Thank you.
Well, that is one powerful forehand from Ren to
15
be
love.
hit from that position. A line drive. Impressive. Ren tends to be
30 love.
more aggressive with his first serve than Vukovic. Lots of pace. Likes to go down the middle tee, both deuce and ad.
Thirty 15.
Vukovic placing a lot of his forehands to Ren's backhand side. Maybe trying to stay away from that lethal forehand. Excellent first serve. That is a
40,
very heavy
15.
first serve. Lots of pace. Deep.
Game. Len. One gamer.
equally strong first service game, this time from Ren. There's that serve down the middle, that tee that was so effective last year.
Low 15.
Very good length on those ground strokes from Ren. It's landing within a foot of the baseline. Doesn't give Vukovic much to work with. A pattern starting to develop with Vukovic, trying to find a way to kick the ball up high to Ren's backhand. Put some good topspin on that. Try to hit the ball, have the ball bounce outside of Ren's comfort zone. Nice hands. That was not an easy volley.
30-15.
Vukovic had to handle that close to his shoelaces. Kept the hands soft. Wow, that forehand is something.
30-yard.
Can you hear me? I have no signal.
Sorry, 40. Game length. Land is by 2 games to 1.
An important hold by Ren there to actually a break of serve by Ren in a key situation, really set up by some tremendous returns and a couple of just outstanding forehands. So Ren clearly decided his approach to deal with Vukovic's variety is just flat out pace, really aggressive.
Time.
And when a player does that and has the ability to execute that, that really robs the opponent of time. It has them scrambling. They can't really set up and hit the ball the way they want to. They're just defending and reacting.
Love. Love.
All right, now Ren playing with confidence and power. Excellent movement by Ren at the net. That was a tricky return by Vukovic. The ball was soft and
40
dropping.
love.
Ren correctly didn't wait for it to drop too much, just took an extra quick step in to intercept the ball. Ooh. Both players there playing well. Nice half volley pickup by Ren, but what a down the
40,
line
15.
passing shot by Vukovic. He needs a bit of magic right now, and that was one. That time the forehand sailed long. Didn't have maybe quite enough topspin on it. Vukovic stretching out this game.
Yeah.
Oh, overhit. That's an unforced error for
Yes.
on a game point from Ren. Didn't need to hit that heavy. A little short cross would have done the job.
Advantage Ren.
Change up serve. Took pace off and went short, angle wide. That can often be effective, and all Vukovic has been seeing has been heavy pace, and then all of a sudden a much softer ball comes along. You're not quite prepared for it.
Yes.
Aggressive second serve results in a fault. And the forehand starting to sail a bit from Ren, and this has given Vukovic a break point, even up the first set.
Yes.
Good first serve. Vukovic close though, just hitting the tape on a strong forehand return. Would have been a winner had it gone over.
Advantage Ren.
That time Ren not overhitting the approach shot. Took a bit of pace off. And a big first serve.
Game Ren.
That was a tricky game for Ren. One of those
Len
potential
is right. 3 games to 1.
momentum changers when you're up 40 love, and you had to fight hard to hang on to a serve. Good pushback from Vukovic.
Love.
Vukovic hitting his forehand with more shape, loopier and deeper with more spin than the flat drives we're seeing from Ren. There is a contrast there. Nice cat and mouse play at the net and baseline between these two. Patient play by Vukovic.
30 love.
Rather than overhitting the ball, just going for the placements, trying to dip the ball at Ren's feet, finally finding the opening.
Oh. 40 love.
Ren stepping into that return. Second serve sat too much. Didn't have enough kick. Ren making contact with that inside the baseline, moving forward. Oh, missed an easy ball at the net.
Vukovic.
Vukovic hangs on to serve, keeps himself close within one service breakdown. Ren leading 3-2 in the first set. We'll be back after a short pause.
Keep playing, girl. This is your time to spark a flare. To set the match. To celebrate the big victories. And the small ones, too. To show strength through emotion. Because it takes blood, sweat, and tears to own it. Unstoppable. Unapologetic. Serve it all up. 'Cause, girl, you've got game.
At National Bank, we believe that to reach your goal, you have to keep your eyes on the ball, no matter your goal. Focus on it. Visualize it. Put in the time and effort, day in, day out. To do that, you need the right environment around you and the right people behind you. That's why we're proud to support impactful initiatives so we can all rally behind Canadian tennis.
Henry Ren serving 3-2, up a break, first set. Little to choose between these two. Very competitive players, very skilled. Both young rising stars. Henry Ren, only 19 years of age, won this tournament last year for the first time at 18. Vukovic is 22 years old. It's a second double fault from Ren, and it's a very aggressive second serve. Not much spin on that. He's hitting it flat, aggressive. He's stepping into that forehand. Now he's missed a few, but certainly not taking any pace off. Winning window opening here for Vukovic. Get that service break back.
Sautier.
I think Vukovic would like that return back. Serve was quite returnable and almost just misplayed it, mistimed it.
Thirty.
Errant forehand, Vukovic. It's frustrating for a player to miss a ball that you weren't trying to be that ambitious with, just wanted to get it and play deep. We don't have a radar gun out there, but that first serve is getting close to 125, 130. That's miles. A lot of pace on that.
Low 15.
After missing a few forehands, Ren seems to have made an adjustment to find his range again.
15 or?
It's a beautiful tee serve slice from Vukovic. Great placement. Smart passing shot from Vukovic. Saw Ren coming
30,
in.
15.
Great speed, and rather than hitting flat and hard, a lot of topspin, and had that ball dip as soon as it crossed the net.
Forty, 15.
Vukovic doesn't hit his serve as hard as Ren, but he does move it around well.
Forty, 30.
Ren giving himself a chance to stay in this service game. Foot fault and in the net. So an important hold
Vukovic.
for Luka Vukovic. Ren still leading
Ren leads
4-3,
by
but
game to 3.
it's only up one service break. Tell a little story about Vukovic that I was involved in. I lived in Penticton between 2005 and 2010, and played a role of being director of regional tennis development for Tennis BC, meaning that I would travel to a number of the communities throughout the interior of BC, helping develop coaches and seeing who could play. And I In one of my trips to Roslyn, met Paul de Villiers, who in a previous life was an award-winning record producer, decided to live up in the mountains and teach skiing and tennis, and mentioned to me he had two brothers that I needed to take a look at, that he was training and developing no indoor courts in a gymnasium, mini rackets and foam balls, and one of them was Luka Vukovic, his brother Dmitry there as well. They played doubles here. And then about a half year later, both Luka and Dmitry came to Penticton and played in the Rookie Tour entry-level tennis tournament. I think Luka would have been about maybe 9 years old or so at that time, and that was their first tennis tournament.
Love.
About a year later, so they moved to Vancouver, but it's a great illustration of where great tennis players can come from any community, any location in the country. So many of the initiatives that Tennis Canada and Tennis BC have in place now are to provide those opportunities throughout the country and province.
Yeah. 30 love.
Ren relentless on his service games.
Love.
Difficult to manage that level of pace and accuracy. That's a nice return. Caught that nice and early.
40-15. Yep.
That forehand spraying long like that, again, keeps Vukovic close in this service game. It's dangerous for Ren.
Yeah, you want to call out.
That was a smart forehand.
Yeah. You want to call out. Yeah.
I'm not sure. Apparently, Vukovic's forehand was out, and he doesn't agree with that call. I was about to say smart forehand by Vukovic because he kicked it up high with lots of topspin. It looked like it had sufficient margin in it, but he's clearly not happy with the call.
And that guy corrected him over there too.
No, we didn't correct anything.
What do you mean call out? It's not my job to call the ball. He didn't call it out. He called it. He didn't. He like stopped himself. He didn't say
No.
he was firstly,
So Vukovic does not think that the linesperson made the call. Umpire is saying yes, in fact, he did make the call.
No, but he overruled him. He didn't call it.
Because I can't touch the outside line.
Okay, he didn't call it though. He stopped himself.
He's not going to win this conversation, but
He has to say out. He
maybe
didn't say
investing in one down the road.
inside the line, so it doesn't matter. It's
But
my
we
point.
already, you know,
It's my point. It's deuce. That's the
But-
correct way of the rules.
he already called.
He didn't call it out. Do you not
He
understand?
did.
Sometimes
He didn't
it
call
can
out. You understand
be
what I'm telling you? He stopped himself.
a way to release a bit of nervous tension as well. Anyway, Vukovic's point is he did not hear the linesperson call it out,
Because
and he feels
called out, but he
that
wasn't
ball landed inside the line.
So,
He
but
didn't call out.
I
He
hear
started
that.
to, and the ball's right here, right?
If I see
Hold
the
on,
ball was
answer. The ball's
inside,
inside
yeah.
the line, yeah? The ball's inside. You just said it was inside.
The umpire, though, is not going to
If I saw
overrule.
that, I can overrule.
At
but
this
this
point.
time,
And
yeah.
you're the head umpire, and he didn't call it out, so it's deuce. How?
Because he already did.
Did you call it
Ren
out or did you not?
is taking a break, having a seat, relaxing.
You stopped yourself. You stopped yourself, right? Can you talk to him instead of talking to me?
Can you come over me?
Okay, well, this is interesting. So Vukovic has actually got the linesperson coming up and saying, Vukovic's point is that the linesperson was going to call it out and then corrected himself, meaning that the ball did land in.
It's
So
okay.
this is interesting.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Be honest, please. You stopped yourself.
It'd be
no,
interesting
I
to see if we
mean-
can,
yeah.
in a replay, have any better look on it.
Is that correct? Because it was it.
So it was coming up here, a nice high kicked forehand coming up. Might be right about there. So very close. I mean, in the camera angle, it looks like it caught the line. And he can't believe it was called out. It was the previous forehand to that.
Don't say you called it out.
So I think what Vukovic is, he is arguing there should be a let play because the ball, in fact, was in.
But just say, be honest. You stopped yourself.
And he may now, the fact that he got the lines person to go over and discuss it with the umpire,
okay.
it may,
Just- yeah.
he may actually have a point. He may have a chance to win this discussion.
But you know,
What?
okay.
What?
I
It's
need
on the line.
I need to check this one because
It's
you
my
know.
point. He kept playing. If he said it was on,
he's-
he said
But
it
he
was
already
What
did
he's
the point
arguing
out.
is,
But
is
if I
a
saw
point
it,
of
I
law, not
he,
fact
if
here, which is
he,
that
he was right. He was
linesperson
right. He
was
realized
about to
that
call out
on the
and
line
change
he
your
have to
mind.
correct himself, but he didn't
So
stop.
Just
he
said
may,
it was in.
he may want the
corrected
supervisor
himself. He never called it. It's
to
you.
come out. Yes, so they're going to call the tournament referee out. That's
I
happening
don't
right now.
understand. How are you like if the, now you're still trying to give him the point when the guy?
No, it's I know. I mean, I was the
So it's not a point of
Because
fact,
when
it's
I
a
heard
point
that,
of law. That's the only time
could
because the
stop it,
referee
right?
would never
So-
overrule on a point of fact.
because
in or out,
I
but
heard that he
the
scored
question
out.
will be,
That's why.
But you stopped
if a linesperson changes their call, should a let be played?
So that's my.
That's the conversation now.
Like ask him. He's being honest. He's like, I said something and then I overruled myself.
So unusual to have this lengthy a discussion. Vukovic is standing on his principle that this is not about actually did you see the ball in or out, but did the linesperson change their mind. It is possible we will see a let played, meaning the point will be played over. This is challenging for a player like, for any player, but for Henry Ren, is he has to find a way to keep himself engaged in the match. So you saw him earlier sitting down and just relaxing, but now he's standing up, moving around. Because it's going to be important for him to stay mentally, physically alert. Now we've got folks from the crowd walking on the court taking pictures in the middle of the court. That's kind of interesting too.
He was the court out.
I think I've seen this before.
What was there? You know? So we, yeah.
The ball's in.
He was out.
It's not. It's in. He said it was in.
I know. Maybe he called the, you know.
He said it was in right now.
When he called the first one, was out, but he changed the match later.
Crowd starting to get engaged in it. At this point, it may make sense for us to take a bit of a break until they resolve this debate.
So he said the ball was in. He never called it though.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Okay, so what?
Yeah, he called out.
And then he overruled himself. And we put
I
the whole
didn't
point out.
overrule, but when I heard that, just to stop, yeah.
Okay. So are you going with this call?
Yeah.
I started on the grass in England when I was about 10 or 11. It's been a wonderful social life for me.
I don't run, I don't jog, you know, I just play tennis.
You have fun at any level, even if you're playing badly. It's fun. It's just fun.
Tennis for life.
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 Well, folks, you didn't miss anything. We're exactly where we were before we went to a break. Luka Vukovic is standing his ground, insisting that the linesperson changed their call. They were going to call out, saw the ball landed in, and then didn't call it out. That's his point. At a minimum, what he's expecting is that a let will be called, meaning the point replayed. Now you can see Henry Wren is getting frustrated with the delay as well here. And basically what both players will want, but Wren will want, make a decision. Referee, make a call, play on or not. But the referee now has to make a decision. That's it. The decision's final. Play or there's going to be penalties involved. So Vukovic runs the risk of getting penalty points directed his way.
Can you
and if he continues
Let's play,
vociferously to argue, I think he's now finally let it go.
Okay, you go ahead.
No, he's fair. You're not.
All right, so we're back in play.
Wait, please. Wait, please.
Score
Wait,
is
please.
3-5.
Just wait for a minute. Line umpire moving.
Another heavy return by Wren. Just giving Vukovic no time to react.
15 on.
Vukovic sticking his finger out as if to indicate, ensuring that the call was called out. Oh, he's not happy with this call either.
I agree with that. Yeah, it was wide. Yeah.
You always have to wonder in a situation like this, does this help or hurt the player? Does it motivate them or start to distract their concentration?
Yeah, inside. Yeah, they won. Inside. Yeah. Touch the line.
All right, now the crowd's getting engaged too. Wren not happy with that last call.
No, I don't know. He makes their own rules.
Important hold for Vukovic. Wren's leading 5-4, one service break up. Nice change of pace overhead by Vukovic. Well, the match now hopefully is settled back into the proper rhythm. The break did not seem to affect Vukovic too much. He was able to hold serve comfortably. It's an opportunity to recognize some of the great sponsors that have helped make this event happen. Of course, National Bank is the title sponsor, and the event is presented by both Tennis BC and Tennis Canada with their ongoing support. Another sponsor is the Labour Cup, which is coming to Vancouver September 22nd to 24th, the 6th edition of that great event. 6 players from Europe, 6 players from the rest of the world will battle it out several days here in Vancouver.
There, first service.
Henry Wren serving for the first set. Oh, that's an important first point for Vukovic. Curved that passing shot in.
Low 50.
Lots of good top spin. You can see the crowd actually getting into this a bit as well. Vukovic, very emotive, lots of good energy. Another excellent passing shot. He's opened a big window here, love 30. Varying the height on his ground strokes. Vukovic trying to make the hitting zone a little more unpredictable for Wren. Triple break point. Quite the turn of event here in the first set.
Correction, ball was good. Replay the point, first service.
Hammer of a forehand from Wren. Saves one break point. Boy, when he steps in and hits that forehand, it takes off. Not much spin on it. That just slides right through the court. And he's got the break. 5-all first set.
Vukovic. 5 game score.
So that lengthy break where Vukovic was disputing the line call and what the linesperson did seems to have benefited Vukovic. It's energized him, no doubt. Second foot fault called on Vukovic.
Low 15.
I think Wren is somewhat frustrated with himself for allowing his concentration to maybe slip somewhat. Understandable.
Or
You can see the frustration in Wren. He's looking over at his father, Ben, who's his coach, and Lost some of the cool and calm he had early in the match. Paying dividends with that heavy forehand return.
15-30.
Great point by both players. Excellent net movement from Ren.
15-40.
Probably the best point so far in the match. Side to side action. Acrobatic volley by Ren to close off the point. Oh, smart play by Vukovic. Recognized right away that he had Ren in trouble and snuck into the net to finish it off.
30-40.
Still dealing with being down a break point. Great example there of the good foot movement by Vukovic to close off the ball, not let it get too far back. Missed on the approach shot.
Yes.
He needs to maybe level his swing a bit. He's hitting a little too much low to high. His ball's flying. I mean, if you're going to do that, you have to add more topspin maybe. Vukovic hanging in on a tough service game here at 5-all. Great pace from Ren. That time did keep his approach more level. Sets up another break point. First set has become compelling between these two.
Yes.
Now the coach and me would just advise Ren to add a bit more topspin. Right? Those are, I mean, you hit those heavy flat drives. It's high reward, but it's also high risk. This time it's Ren complaining about a serve that he felt was wide. Vukovic felt he hit the mark on his second serve ace, and Ren is not going to win that argument.
Advantage, Vukovic.
Vukovic has the advantage. what a, first of all, what a great return get by Ren off a tough serve. And it just goes to show how important it is to always get a ball back in play, particularly in the pressure tense moments. You never know when an opponent might lose a moment of concentration. Great get stabbed there to keep the ball alive, and a poor miss by Vukovic.
Advantage, Vukovic.
Vukovic again hitting the wide serve on the deuce court. Smart slice serve, took pace off the ball to find his mark. What a forehand by Ren. Like a laser beam.
Yes.
High quality tennis by both players deep in the first set. There was nothing you could do about that one. A rare topspin forehand miss from Vukovic,
Advantage, Ren.
but at a critical time. Break point again for Ren. Just missed. Well struck, back to deuce.
Yes.
That wide serve has been so effective for Vukovic on the deuce court.
Vukovic.
When you have a huge forehand like Ren has, where you want to hit that ball is usually the middle of the court. Probably the most difficult area to hit it is when you're pulled out wide, particularly because Ren doesn't use a lot of topspin. So it's a smart play by Vukovic.
Wait, please. Court. Yeah.
Well, a double fault, but very close. All right, this is turning into the game of the first set.
Yeah, we watch that. First serve.
No doubt it was a let serve. Vukovic seems surprised by that, but it was. Just missed again on the backhand drive.
Advantage, Vukovic.
Adding maybe 10-15% topspin to that ball, that would help it drop into play and not really take much off the pace. Small adjustment. We've gotten to the point now where neither player is trusting the calls on any balls close to the line. Back to deuce. I think this is deuce number 8.
Advantage.
The wide serve, cashing in again. It might be something for Ren to consider cheating a little bit, taking a step over to cover more of that wide serve in the deuce and forcing Vukovic to go more down the tee. Sometimes it's good just to have the server have a different look. Get them to think about where they need to hit the serve. Oh, what a return.
Yes.
Ren just stepping into the backhand and hammering it down the line. Powerful.
Advantage, Ren.
Vukovic misplayed that forehand. Strong return. Break point for Ren. Excellent rally, capped off with a critical break of serve by Henry Ren, who now will serve again for the first set at 6-5. We'll be right back after a short break.
Keep playing, girl. This is your time to spark a flare. To set the match. To celebrate the big victories. And the small ones, too. To show strength through emotion. Because it takes blood, sweat, and tears to own it. Unstoppable. Unapologetic. Serve it all up. 'Cause, girl, you've got game.
At National Bank, we believe that to reach your goal, you have to keep your eyes on the ball, no matter your goal. Focus on it. Visualize it. Put in the time and effort, day in, day out. To do that, you need the right environment around you and the right people behind you. That's why we're proud to support impactful initiatives so we can all rally behind Canadian tennis.
Tremendous crowd on hand here at the Stanley Park tennis courts. And behind us, right, Stanley Park Brewing, which is also one of the great sponsors of this event. Mishit overhead. It was an
Low
aggressive
15.
short lob, mistimed. But right away on a critical game gives Vukovic something to work with here at love 15. Great defense by Vukovic. Kept himself alive in that point.
Love 30.
And great reflex passing shot down the line. Giving himself a big opportunity now at love 30. Try to take this set into a tiebreaker. Forehand
15,
flew, got away from him. It's where Ren would love to find a couple of big first serves, make life a little easier for himself. And went for it. Big miss from Ren on a key point.
15, 40.
Backhand hit the bottom of the net. And a double. There's the break for Vukovic. It is tied at 6-all, and we're heading to a tiebreaker. First to 7 points by 2. Neither player being able to hold their serve the last couple of games, several games. Probably fair enough that it's all tied up at this stage.
Vukovic.
Money in the bank, that wide serve on the deuce court.
Thank you.
Just missing on the return. 1-all.
There for service.
Great rally, both players. Excellent pace, placement. Both players having to transition from defense to offense and back. In the end, Ren just missing by maybe a centimeter or two. Vukovic now with the so-called mini break in the tiebreaker. Good movement by Vukovic to run down that drop volley. Made no mistake, picked his spot down the line. Takes a 3-1 lead in the tiebreaker. Look at that movement and good balance in his placement. One thing that Vukovic is very good at is being able to absorb Ren's pace, kind of almost hold the ball a little bit and then hit it back at a much slower pace but with good height and spin. Now he's been able to take a number of body blows and find a way to keep the rallies going but at the pace that he wants to manage. Ren, not sure about the call, but regardless, it stands. Vukovic commanding lead now in the tiebreaker at 5-1. Vukovic has really stepped up his game in this tiebreaker. Good movement, placement. Smart player. Ren has been the more powerful striker of the ball in the match. Vukovic has found ways to manage that pace, redirect it. And one could argue the turning point in the first set was the 10-minute long discussion that Vukovic had with the umpire about what he perceived to be a change of call by the linesperson. But Vukovic has been the stronger player since that break.
6-1, Vukovic.
Vukovic now has a handful of set points on his serve. And there it is.
6-6.
After being down a break for most of the first set, Vukovic finds a way to get himself into the tiebreaker and then take a commanding lead to win the first set 7-6. We'll be back with the second set.
I started on the grass in England when I was about 10 or 11. It's been a wonderful social life for me.
I'm having fun with my friends.
I don't run, I don't jog, you know, I just play tennis.
It's such a fun way to keep healthy.
I want to play tennis until I'm 100.
You have fun at any level, even if you're playing badly, even if you don't know how to. It's fun. It's just fun.
Tennis for life.
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 I'm here with Max Cork, Director of Events for Tennis BC and also Tournament Director. 3 years now for the National Bank Stanley Park Open. And Max, you must be really pleased with how this event has unfolded.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 17 days, that's, that's quite a long time, but the team really stepped up and put together an event that, it's a big step up from last year, and I think the weather has definitely helped, and we've got some really strong women's draws this year and some strong men's draws, so no complaints. Pretty happy.
So I talked to a lot of your team members, and you're right, a good team is a good team, but they all speak about your leadership and your extra effort to make this event outstanding. What is it about running an event like this that you so enjoy?
Definitely the details. I start working on this event in early November, and I start to kind of pull people in one by one as the months go on, and I think 80% of the event is done before it even starts. So it's all about correct planning and having team members that can step up and really contribute when the time comes.
The event now has been so successful, new sponsor, new courts. What do you see as the next steps for this great event?
Make it even bigger. I think we really want to spread awareness not just across Canada but across North America that this event exists, and there's money here to be won if you play the Open, and I think that sum can grow next year and we can make this special, and who knows, maybe one day it'll be a futures event.
Last question. We're seeing these two players. How do you think you do against them, Max?
Funny enough, actually, I grew up playing with both of them. The last time I played Henry, I think I got 5 years on him. So I was 17, he was 12. I won 6-0, 6-1. That would not be the case now. And Luca, I'm 1-1 against Luca. But like I said, these guys would both take me pretty easily right now.
I'm going to tell them that because they'll want a piece of you after this interview.
Right.
Anyway, congratulations. Wonderful job here, and what a great event. Fantastic. Congrats to everybody on your team.
Thanks, Robert.
Satyar.
Very important first game of a second set after a tight first set. Both players wanting to make sure there's no letdown, while in Vukovic's case, no letdown. And of course for Ren, it's trying to reestablish dominance early on.
I'm not sure this time.
Ren keeping the pressure on, pounding the ball side to side.
40-30.
That's a key playing against Vukovic. Vukovic can handle pace, but if you can force him to have to handle pace on a dead run, it becomes much more difficult.
Game.
And that's a great serve. Big hold. First game, second set for Henry Ren.
First game, second set.
No letdown there. It's intriguing now to see what adjustments, if any, these two players will make going into the second. There's been very little to pick between them. Ren has certainly been the heavier hitter. Its pace, we've seen some really amazing line drives off the forehand and backhand and his first serve. Vukovic has been creative in how he's been managing Ren's pace and trying to throw the ball back with higher kicking topspin balls. Using great placement variety on his serve, particularly effective on the deuce side, hitting the short angle out wide to Ren's forehand. So will Vukovic try to find a way to be a little more aggressive? Does he need to? Good question. And for Ren, maybe come forward a bit more than he has. The longer rallies tend to favor Vukovic.
15 love. Out.
Linesperson called the ball good. Umpire overruled. Interesting.
Little bit, yeah. He was close. Yeah.
You can see in the back there, the linesperson's got the hands down to indicate the ball was good, but the umpire immediately overruled. Frankly, felt Vukovic had more reason to argue that one than the one in the first set. Yeah, you can see there, Ren pushing forward with his hands, indicating I need to push forward in the match. Robbing Vukovic of time will be his best strategy.
Dead. Replay the point.
Umpire has called a let.
The ball key is coming.
Umpire indicating that the ball kid coming back into the court, they had picked up an errant ball, was a distraction. Tough to hit a line drive that far back behind the baseline. Ball needs more shape. Ren needs to hit that ball a little more upward with topspin, give himself good clearance over the net. Closer inside the court, it makes sense to flatten out the drive.
Yes. Now look up.
40-30.
Come on.
Again, precision serving by Vukovic, effective. Caught the line again with
Yes.
a laser precise backhand.
There, for service. Advantage, court pitch.
Vukovic still using that wide serve on the deuce court to great effect.
Game, Vukovic.
Now, some surgical serving there from Vukovic
1-1.
to hang on to his first service game in the second set.
Yeah. Thank you.
Doesn't hit with the same amount of pace as Ren, but very accurate in his placements. And change-ups. It's kept Ren off balance on the return. Nice athletic move by Ren. It was the drop shot lob combo by Vukovic, but Ren totally anticipating that the lob was going to follow and was in good position to intercept.
Love.
Overhit that forehand.
30-15. Court.
Forty 15.
40-15.
Oh, what a well-placed cross-court passing shot by Vukovic. Taking Ren's pace and just redirecting it. No backswing on this passing shot, just hitting outside the ball to find that sharp angle. Tremendous.
Game, land.
That miss-hit shank by Vukovic gives service game to
Rallies
Ren.
by 2 games to 1.
And he maintains a 2-1 lead in the second set. Vukovic winning the first set in a tiebreaker 7-6. Back after a short pause.
Keep playing, girl. This is your time to spark a flare. To set the match. To celebrate the big victories. And the small ones, too. To show strength through emotion. Because it takes blood, sweat, and tears to own it. Unstoppable. Unapologetic. Serve it all up. 'Cause girl, you've got game.
At National Bank, we believe that to reach your goal, you have to keep your eyes on the ball and have the right people behind you. That's why we're proud to support impactful initiatives so we can all rally behind Canadian tennis.
Vukovic up to serve. That slice floating long.
15 love.
Clear the adjustment that Ren's tried to make in the second set is to be more aggressive by coming forward more, come to net more often, try to take time away from Vukovic.
Out. 30 love.
Very aggressive return, taking that ball on the rise. Vukovic constantly changing the pace, hitting it harder, softer, more spin, less spin, higher, lower. He's using variety to upset Ren's rhythm. Ren would be content to just get into a heavyweight knockout fight.
Out. Game. Vukovic.
So it doesn't look like Vukovic is doing as much out there, but there's a lot of tactics involved in the type of ball that Vukovic is hitting. Tied up at 2-all in the second.
Yep. Yep. Just leave it. Oh yeah.
Ren just making a point that the scorecard read 3-1 instead of 2-all. Adjustment made. Whippy topspin forehand,
15
bit
love.
long, but it's really interesting how high he's trying to kick it on to Ren's backhand.
There, first service.
This time Vukovic hammering a forehand, a flat drive, showing that he can hit that type of ball as well. Lots of power on that. Side to side from Ren.
30-15. Wait, please.
Yes.
40-15.
Vukovic again not thrilled with the call, but he hasn't been thrilled with many
Please.
calls in this match.
Thank you. Out.
That ball's just called wide, and Ren holds serve to keep a 3-2 lead in the second set. Vukovic having won the first 7-6. Back after a short break.
Very clear the out. Yeah.
Okay, everybody, let's have a great show. Jesse's gonna throw, look out, Karen Basad, got it.
There from Cole Pickup, who will pass it there to Jesse King, who scores again!
At West Shore Motorsports Park. Crossing the box for Parmar, and she's done it!
Luka Vukovic serving at 2-3 in the second set. In a very competitive National Bank Stanley Park Open men's final. That's the go-to serve, although that time not too much slice. It was pretty flat, but still a wide serve on the deuce court. It's probably won 90%, 95% of the serves hit there. Oh, that's good length. A forehand from Vukovic. Stretching Ren.
30-15.
He's been the more strategic of the two players. Ren, the more powerful. Great contrast in styles. Makes for compelling tennis.
40-15.
Vukovic.
I hate repeating myself, but again, that great wide serve on the deuce court has been so effective for Vukovic in this match. I keep feeling that Ren should try positioning himself somehow differently when returning that serve to force Vukovic to have to alter the placement. Or at least not be as confident that he's going to hit the mark every time. Ren is maintaining excellent length on his forehand.
Out.
Ren being patient this game. Very strong game from Henry Ren. That was a relatively easy hold, but that really speaks to the quality of the ball striking from Henry Ren that game. Gives him a 4-3 lead. Second set, Vukovic having won the first. We'll be right back after a quick break.
At National Bank, we believe that to reach your goal, you have to keep your eyes on the ball, no matter your goal. Focus on it, visualize it, put in the time and effort, day in, day out. To do that, you need the right environment around you and the right people behind you. That's why we're proud to support impactful initiatives so we can all rally behind Canadian tennis.
Keep playing, girl. This is your time to spark a flare. To set the match. To celebrate the big victories. And the small ones, too. To show strength through emotion. Because it takes blood, sweat, and tears to own it. Unstoppable. Unapologetic. Serve it all up. 'Cause, girl, you've got game.
Vukovic serving 3-4 in the first set, but Henry Ren strikes first blood in this game. Again with a strong return followed up by an aggressive second ball. What a great high volley by Ren. That was not easy. He had to change direction. Several times we've seen some tremendous athleticism by Ren at the net. That was another example. I mean, to hit that kind of a quality volley from that position takes great balance and strength. And he's got himself big window starting to open here at love 30.
Points.
Relentless how many times Vukovic goes to that wide
15,
serve on
30.
the deuce court. Even on the second. Ren doesn't seem to be able to make the adjustment, but if you're pulled wide, you might consider hitting a slice forehand. You don't have the time to set up for topspin. At least try something different. That was big opportunity there. Ren very aggressive, taking the ball early. He really wants to take it to Vukovic. Slice didn't miss by much, but it sets up a break
30,
point,
40.
a critical break point for Henry Ren. Oh, good read by Vukovic.
Yes.
I mean, the drop shot's a dangerous play against a player as fast as Henry Ren on a hard court. And he got there in plenty of time. Vukovic very clear where he wanted to hit the volley. And came up with a big first serve when he needed to. What a lob. What a great lob by Vukovic.
Game, Vukovic. 4 game score.
And now we're getting into the really interesting stretches of this set. Tied 4-all. Henry Ren has less margin to work with than Vukovic, having lost the first set. Pressure on now.
Love.
It's kind of error Vukovic regrets. He didn't have to deal with much pace there. He was the one initiating with placement.
Love.
Excellent serve. Ren, all business this service game.
Love.
And that's a strong hold from Ren. Takes a 5-4 lead.
Stanley.
Second set, Vukovic having won the first
Rallies by
7-6.
5-4.
We'll take a moment to talk a little bit about some of the great programs that Tennis BC runs in conjunction with Tennis Canada and with support from National Bank. And a lot of them have to do with getting girls involved in tennis and in sport and keeping them involved. It's Girls in Action Initiative. A big one is in conjunction with Tennis Canada, Aspire Through Sport, a 10-month-long female-led mentorship program that helps teenage girls develop crucial life skills through tennis. And that's connected to the Girls Set Match program. This is an girls-only team event in which teams are led by graduates from the Inspire Through Sport program. And it's really, the intention is to provide girls with a safe place to play and have fun, connect with others in the community, and to be mentored by their slightly older peers. The other great program, one that my sister Jeannie Rohr, who heads up community tennis for Tennis BC, runs, is the YMCA's Canadian Fitness Connection program, helping bring tennis to new Canadians, immigrants coming to this country, and welcoming them to our community through the great sport of tennis. All of these initiatives are about bringing community to tennis and tennis to the community.
Love.
Continued strategic serving from Vukovic.
Love.
At the rate we're going, it looks like we're heading towards a second set tiebreaker, as both players are starting to hold their serves comfortably late in the second.
Love. Vukovic.
Very strong service game from Vukovic. We're at 5-all, second set. Just finds the tee on this. He's been such an accurate server throughout this match.
There, first service. Low 15. Love 30.
Vukovic smells what lays before him here. He knows he's got a big chance. Oh, I mean, that's a tricky shot to get away with in that position.
15-30.
I think Vukovic felt he saw Ren leaning back, looking for the drive, but still, Ren has had no trouble running down the drop shots in this match. Back to 30 all.
30 all.
Strong emotion there from Ren.
40-30.
Excellent effort to get himself out of that love 30 hole.
Wait, please.
Oh, what a rocket from Ren. That line drive gives him the hold. He leads 6-5 second set after Vukovic won the first set 7-6. We'll see if Vukovic can hang on to his serve and take this second set into another tiebreaker right after a short break.
At National Bank, we believe that to reach your goal, you have to keep your eyes on the ball, no matter your goal. Focus on it, visualize it, put in the time and effort, day in, day out. To do that, you need the right environment around you and the right people behind you. That's why we're proud to support impactful initiatives so we can all rally behind Canadian tennis.
That's the type of forward movement that Ren has been trying to establish in the second set.
Low 15.
Very effective. Putting the pressure on Vukovic. Wow, precision serving. I think that's ace number 8 for Vukovic. That forehand miss, though, creates some real problems at 15-30.
15-30.
That's a clutch volley by Luka Vukovic. He had to negotiate a tough ball landing at his feet. Again, displaying some soft hands there to massage that ball into play. Went for the line drive, went long. Vukovic continues to find a way to get himself out of difficulty on his service games. That's a backhand from Ren. Tremendous drive.
Cheers.
He's a shot maker, this one. And again, ace number 9 on the wide serve deuce court. He's finding that sideline repeatedly.
Thank you.
It's been absolutely golden for Vukovic. Oh, wow. Gutsy tennis by Vukovic, throwing at a serve and volley.
Vukovic.
Ren countered well.
6 games to
Second
tiebreak.
great short cross volley, and we are back into a second tiebreaker. First set was decided with Vukovic winning it. Look at this. Not a great first volley, but the second one, tremendous feel. And Ren almost got to it, too. Important opening point for Ren on the serve.
1-0 Ren.
Ren stepping up here, another backhand drive. Surprising Vukovic.
2-0 Ren.
He now has the mini break. Up 2-love in this breaker. What a point. Vukovic running Ren side to side. Ren doing a great job of keeping the ball alive. But Vukovic just finally outmaneuvering him and hitting the winner into the open court. 2-1 Ren serving. A foot fault called on Ren. He looks incredulous there. What? He's going like, who, me? Missed it.
City 1 Ren.
Key point coming up here, 3-1. And Vukovic manages to get the service break point back. He's now serving down 2-3 in the tiebreaker. 3-all. Yeah, players will now change sides. Vukovic adding that little extra kick with topspin that just gets the ball outside of that ideal strike range for Ren, who loves to nail that ball around waist level. And there he had to hit it more around shoulder height, and that's where the errors or mishits can come from. Boy, this has been a well-played match between these two. Excellent tennis, smart tennis. Vukovic taking his time. Oh, great return by Ren that hit the back of the baseline.
4-3, Ren.
Why Vukovic mishit it. I call that a Djokovic return, deep down the middle. Kind of handcuffs the opponent. Caught the line. 4-all.
4.
Such pace. Pace and counter pace. Vukovic has put himself now into a commanding situation to win this match if he can hold on to his 2 service points, leading 5-4. And this sets up double match point, double tournament title point for Luka Vukovic, leading 6-4, serving in the tiebreaker. Henry Ren seems to have done something with his wrist hand, struggling. I expect another wide serve here from Vukovic. Oh, it got away from him. He had the attack forehand and mishit it, allowing
6-5.
Ren to stay alive in this breaker, serving 5-6, but he seems to be in discomfort with his wrist, hand. Something happened on the previous point. I don't know if he jammed a thumb or jammed a wrist. And with that, Luka Vukovic is the 2023 National Bank Stanley Park Open Men's Singles Tennis Champion. Tremendous match between these two, 7-6, 7-6. Looks like Henry Wren is in some distress with his hand, the second to last point. It looks like he jammed either a thumb, finger, or wrist. Regardless, incredibly well-played match between these two. Luka Vukovic using strategy, guile, and competitiveness to eke out the victory. We'll be back shortly and interview the champion.
Keep playing, girl. This is your time to spark a flare. To set the match. To celebrate the big victories. And the small ones, too. To show strength through emotion. Because it takes blood, sweat, and tears to own it. Unstoppable. Unapologetic. Serve it all up. 'Cause, girl, you've got game.
At National Bank, we believe that to reach your goal, you have to keep your eyes on the ball, no matter your goal. Focus on it. Visualize it. Put in the time and effort, day in, day out. To do that, you need the right environment around you and the right people behind you. That's why we're proud to support impactful initiatives so we can all rally behind Canadian tennis.
I'm getting exercise. I want to play with tennis for my whole life. You have to hit the ball, not kick the ball or throw the ball. I'm playing tennis with my friends and I'm having fun. Tennis for life. Tennis for life. Tennis for life. Tennis for life.
At National Bank, we believe that to reach your goal, you have to keep your eyes on the ball and have the right people behind you. That's why we're proud to support impactful initiatives so we can all rally behind Canadian tennis.
Well, I've got with me the 2023 National Bank Stanley Park Men's Singles Champion, Luka. What a tremendous match, 7-6, 7-6. You guys were toe-to-toe. What do you think was the difference for you to get through?
It was close. It was close. I thought I played not my best to start, and he was playing much better, and I just got the big points. I kind of had it in myself to go a little more aggressive than I was playing most of the match because I just kind of said either like win like that or lose like that, and I did it. And I'm glad I did because if I let him attack me, I probably would have lost those games because that's what he was doing most of the match.
I thought you became increasingly more strategic. For example, you were very successful with your wide serve on the deuce court. I mean, that was money in the bank for you. Likewise, at times you would kick up your forehand up high with topspin and then change up and drive. You started to come in and hit some great short volleys. So I thought it was your variety that took away a bit from his big power game, which was, you said, was working so well at the beginning.
Yeah, that was the goal, to kind of try and not hit too much with him, even though I still had to, obviously, and just try and mix it up as much as I could. I thought I did that a little bit, especially when it mattered, but not enough for the whole match, but at least it worked when it mattered.
Well, big win. You win $5,400, which is great. Now, you're going back to university. A great story, right? You finished your 4 years at Indiana, but due to COVID, you get another year eligibility. Now you're going to the University of Portland. You start your graduate program, an MBA, yet you get to play another year of university tennis with a scholarship.
Yeah,
That's a great deal.
It's awesome. It's awesome because, yeah, I mean, it's nice to change it up a little bit. You know, Indiana was great and did my 4 years, and not a lot of people get the opportunity to do another year thanks to COVID, kind of. So it worked out great, and I'm excited to join a new team that I've heard many great things about, so I'm super excited to join them in the fall.
Well, with the kind of quality tennis you're playing, you're looking forward to an excellent year, and then hopefully you're going to consider maybe playing professionally after that?
Yeah, I'd like to. I'd like to try and dedicate some more time to playing some futures events. I was hoping to this summer, but, you know, it kind of was a bit injured, didn't train that much, and this was my first tournament back in a couple months, so it was nice to just be out playing at, you know, still a great level here, obviously. So.
Well, you've come a long way from when I saw you in Roslyn and Penticton. Congratulations on how you've developed your tennis career and for your success today. Well done.
Thank you. Thanks, Robert. Thank you.
Good stuff. Thank you. There's Luka Vukovic getting himself in position for the ceremony and get his trophy and that check. And as we just heard in the interview, what a great opportunity to continue with collegiate tennis for one more year and get his work towards his graduate degree, setting himself up in really good position then to go on the pro tour. Smart player, nice variety. You know, he showed that he could hit with pace when he needed to, but also absorb the heavy game by Henry Wren there. You see Henry seemed to have had something happened at the very end to his wrist, but I don't think that takes anything away from the victory. It was so evenly matched. Very high quality men's singles final here today in the National Bank Stanley Park Open.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to start the final ceremony for the National Bank Stanley Park Open. First off, let's give a massive round of applause for our two finalists today. They gave us exactly what we wanted. So in our 91st year, we yet again broke the record for the number of entries with a total of 1,700 competitors, solidifying the Stanley Park Open once again as the largest grassroots tennis tournament in North America. Playing over 17 days on 17 courts, we showcase the depth of BC's tennis talent, from players holding a racket for the very first time to legends coming back to the park to reclaim their titles. We continue to find new ways to make the Stanley Park Open more inclusive, especially at a time when tennis is as popular as it's ever been. Aligned with our vision for a growing and inclusive sport, our title sponsor, National Bank, has given us the means to step up our game and make this a world-class event. So we're very fortunate to have such a supportive partner, and we hope to see a continued partnership with the Stanley Park Open for years to come. And of course, running a tournament like this isn't possible without course staff, volunteers, and officials that have showed up every day, done 15-hour days, and continue to deliver a high-quality event that welcomes both players and spectators. So my team has really gone above and beyond this year to make the event so special, so let's just take a moment to appreciate all the work that they've done. So with one of the strongest men's draws that we've had in recent history, it's that much more impressive that Luka and Henry have made it to the final. So to present the awards now, I'm happy to introduce Darwin Shandor, National Bank's regional president and a big supporter of the Stanley Park Open.
Thank you. Thank you, Max. Congratulations, Luka and Henry. What a match. Incredible. National Bank is so proud to tennis right here in British Columbia, sponsoring this tournament, which in its 91st year. Max, congratulations to you and the tennis people and all of the volunteers in Tennis Canada. One of the most memorable Stanley Park Opens.
Thanks, Darwin. Okay, so without further ado, our 2023 finalist taking home a check of $2,600, Mr. Henry Wren. Come on up. And ladies and gentlemen, taking home a check of $5,400, your 2023 National Bank Stanley Park Open champion, Vukovic.
Luka.
Thank you everyone for coming out. That's the end of the tournament, and we will see you back in 2024 for an even bigger and better Stanley Park Open.
And you heard those comments by Max Cork, the tournament director of this event, that Stanley Park, the National Bank Stanley Park Open, is the largest grassroots tennis tournament in North America. It's enjoyed that reputation for many decades, but to see it continue to grow is incredibly satisfying. So I want to take this moment to congratulate Max Cork and the Tennis BC team and staff for all the great work they've done to run such a credible event. I was privileged to play this tournament in the 60s and 70s, and it's so great and gratifying to see this tournament continue to have the impact that it has on the community, in the city, and in the province and in the country. On behalf of our crew and our production today, and for all of us involved in the tournament, it's our great pleasure to present this event to you. We look forward to doing it again in the future. You all take care.